Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining me live. Hi, hi, how's your day? So, welcome to Easy Maths Tutor class, live jam class. We're here once again, we are here to bring to you live mathematical entertainment. And this time we're focusing on our JAMB examinations coming up in exactly 2 weeks' time. Okay, so we've been running through for the past 4 days. Today is day 4. We've been running through past questions in mathematics for those who are doing science in the JAMB examination. So it has been quite fun, it has been entertaining, it has been interesting. So today we are going to continue in our solutions. We're going to continue in solutions. Okay, so that should be everything. Okay, let's go right ahead. Without further ado, without much delay, let's go right ahead. Yay! I'm excited to be part of this. I'm excited to be bringing this knowledge to you. So today I decided that we go and do some problems in 2011. Yes, 2011. So we'll quickly start doing the work. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll start work right away. So if you are new to this channel, I will want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed, because the more you subscribe, the more this channel becomes known to everyone, and it's your way of supporting this channel. There are other ways to support this channel. Right now, as we're on the live, you can support this channel by super chatting. If you check in the live chat section, by the side, you're going to see a dollar sign written in the comment section. So you can click on it and do whatever support you would love to do for this channel. I will be right here appreciating you. I will be right here giving you a shout out, and this channel will be much better for it. So without further ado, we're going to start. If you like what is happening, please do not hesitate to leave a positive comment for me. Thank you. So I'm seeing a question in JAM 2011 section. So our first question, and it has to do with number bases. It has to do with number bases. So right away, we are going to start. We're calling this question 1. I'm going to increase the size of the pen so that it becomes evident for all to see. So the first question says 2q 3 base 5 is equal to 7 7 base 8. So we are to find Q, the digit Q. First option says 2. The second option says 1. The third option says 4. And the last option says 0. So right away, the solution. So in this problem, we are supposed to find the unknown letter or digit Q in this base when this base is equal to base 5 is equal to base 8 for that number. So we're solving it right away. We'll solve it like this. Write down the digits and multiply by the various bases. So this is how I do it. This is how I do it. I will say 2 times 5. Hold on, we do not know what the power will be yet. Q times 5 plus 3 times 5. So how do we know the indices for the 5? We're going to write 0, 1, and 2. Now we'll equate this to the other side. So we will have 7 times 8 plus 7 times 8. So we'll write the power. The index for 8 is 0 and 1. So quickly we are going to simplify this, evaluate this as 2 times 25. 5 raised to power is 25 plus Q times 5 plus 3 times 1 equal to 7 times 8 plus 7 times 1. So we will have 50 plus 5Q plus 3 equal to 56. 7 times 8 is 56 plus 7, right? Plus 7. So summing up this equation, we will have 50 plus 3 gives us 53. So we'll have 5Q plus 53 equal to 56 plus 7 gives us 63. So we have to move 53 to the other side. Moving 53 to this other side, it becomes minus 53. All right? So 5Q becomes 63 minus 53, that is 10. Therefore, dividing both sides by 5. Sorry, I need to do this real quick. Okay, so doing this real quick, divide both sides by 5. This 5 will cancel this out. 5 cancels out the denominator once, 5 cancels out 10 two times. Therefore, Q is 2. So going back to our options, let's check whether we have 2 there. Voila! The final answer will be 2. The final answer will be 2. Hooray! Let's not forget about the laws or the tips that will guide us in acing our examinations. Remember to start with the simple problems. Remember to start with the simple problems and that remember that you're not supposed to waste too much time solving any problem. Maximum of 1 minute. Anything more than 1 minute, try to move to the next problem. All right. So we're solving our second question. Our second question, question number 2. Quickly, we're solving a question. Question 2. Oh, keeping up with Irene. Good evening. I'm so glad and happy to see you. How are you doing? So happy to see you. Welcome. So we'll continue solving that problem. Nice to hear that you're doing good. Some of the questions here, although this problem is a JAMB problem, there's some problems here that people doing common entrance can solve. Thank you. Thank you so much, Irene. So there's some problems. Like the next problem I'm about to solve is something that we can take for secondary school, for primary school too. So the question says simplify 3 over 2/3. Because basically, JAMB and common entrance are big, almost the same thing. It's like an IQ test, okay? So I know that about 50% of the questions in JAMB can actually be solved by common entrance students. So it's not out of place joining the class. So we are supposed to simplify this, okay? A mix of fractions we are supposed to simplify times 2/27. So we're meant to simplify 3 whole number 2/3 times 5/6 times 2/3 all over 11/15 times 3/4 times 2/7. And we have the options A being 5 whole number 2/3 as the answer. Option B, 30. Option C, 4 whole number 1/3. And option D, 50. All right. So without further ado, we're going to solve this problem. Solution. 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 Thank you for coming. Please help me to click on the like button, share out this video, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. So whenever we're solving a problem that has to do with operations, multiplication and division, if we also have fractions, we all have to convert those fractions from mixed fractions to improper fractions. We cannot work on a problem that has a mixed fraction like this. Okay? For multiplication operations. So we'll quickly convert, we'll say cost 3 whole number, 2 over 3, to improper fraction. As it is, it's already a mixed what? Fraction. So how do we convert that? We multiply the whole number 3 by the denominator 3, and we add the numerator 2 all over the denominator. So that will be 11 over 3. So now plug this back in original equation, which is 11 over 3 times 5 over 6 times 2 over 3 all over 11 over 15 times 3 over 4 times 2 over 27. And now that we have all the fractions set to work on, we are going to cancel out. So we will cancel out 2, goes here 1, 2 goes into 6, 3 times. I don't think there's any other thing to be cancelled out in this part. So we'll cancel out, move over to the new denominator. So 2 will cancel out once, 2 will cancel 4 twice, 3 will cancel once, 3 will cancel 27 9 times. Okay, so I don't think there's any other thing to cancel out here. So we'll move on. So we're going to have in the numerator, we have 11 and 5, 11 times 5, and we have 3 times 3 times 3, 3 times 3 times 3. Then in the denominator, sorry, we have 11, right? Times 1 times 1. So then we have 15 times 2, 15 times 2 times 9. So moving on, right? We'll quickly clean this part off. This is not part of our problem. So we are going to rearrange this problem. We are going to rearrange this problem. How do we do that? How do we do that? We're going to rearrange this problem. How do we do that? We do that. Okay, now we'll move it down to this other side. Remember, we'll do something like this. Just watch me carefully. 11 times 5 all over 3 times 3 times 3 times. Okay, now before we say times, we say divide. Okay, 11 all over 15 times 2 times 9. Okay, you know, when you have a fraction, a line dividing the fraction, the numerator from the denominator, that line is also a division line. So that's why we have this. So we'll change this division sign to multiplication. And when we change it to multiplication, means this is going to flip over. It's going to flip over. So we will have 11 times 5 . So we will have 11 times 5 all over 3 times 3 times 3 times. So the 15 will go up, 15 times 2 times 9 will go up, and the 11 will go down. So now we can comfortably try to cancel out. 11 will cancel out 11, right? 3 will cancel 9 3 times. The second 3 will cancel this other 3, right? So leaving us with 5 times 15 times 2 all over 3, right? So this 3 will cancel once, this will cancel 5 times, leaving us with 5 times 5 times 2. So 5 times 5 times 2 is 25 times 2, which is 50. So let's go back to the options and see whether we have a... Oh yeah! I can see the option. So our answer is 50. Hooray! Okay, we should quickly go on to the third problem, because we have just 1 hour to be in this class. Having just 1 hour to be in this class, right? So with that in mind, we go on to question 3. Question 3. Going on to question 3, we'll say, what's our question 3? Okay, question 3. It's a simple interest problem. Question 3 says a man invested 5,000 for 9 months. A man invested 5,000 naira for 9 months at 4%, right? So the question is, what is the simple interest, right? Option A says 150 naira. Option B says 220 naira. Option C says 130 naira. And option D says 250 naira. So quickly our solution, right? Our solution. Now the formula for simple interest. Simple interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time all over 100, right? Now, if P is 5,000 naira and the rate is 4%, T was given to us in months. That is 9 months. But the problem has to be in year. So we'll say 9 months all over 12 months represents the year. So substituting these back into the equation, we'll have our simple interest will be 5,000 times 4 times 9 over 12 all over 1,000. Now we'll jump the 12 down. So 5,000 times 4 times 9 all over, sorry, this is 100. all over 100 times 12. So these two zeros will cancel these two zeros. 4 will cancel here. 4 will cancel 12 3 times. 3 will cancel once. 3 will cancel 9 3 times. So we are left with 50 times 3. 50 times 3 gives us 150 naira. Hooray! I'm already seeing the answer in the options. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Please, on your way out, if you're going out now, do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Do not forget to give us. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Okay? I'm fighting with mosquitoes here. Do not forget to give us a thumbs up. So, okay. So we'll move on quickly to question 4. Move on quickly to question 4. So the question says, question 4. Question 4. Question 4. Question 4 says, if the numbers M, N, and Q are in the ratio, are in the ratio 5 to 4 to 3, find the value of 2n minus r all over m. Okay, so the options A is 2, option B is 3, option C is 1, and option D is 4. Solution. If you haven't subscribed, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this content with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this content with your friends. So, these numbers M, N, and Q are in the ratio 5, 4, and 3. So, we will just assume that the numbers are 5, 4, and Q, all right? And 3. So, we'll substitute these numbers represented by their ratios into the equation or into the expression. Okay. Sorry, this is supposed to be Q, not R. This is supposed to be Q, not R. Okay, so we'll say 2, 4 minus 3 all over 5, right? So 2 times 4 gives us 8 minus 3 all over 5, which is 5 all over 5. Cancelling 5 over 5, we will have the answer 1. So I can see 1 in the options. That is beautiful. We're progressing. We are really, really progressing. So let's move on to our next problem. Question 5. Okay. Question 5. Question 5 says, simplify. Simplify 16 over 81, 1 over 4, divided by 9 over 16 minus 1 over 2. The options given: A is 2 over 3, B is 1 over 2, C is 8 over 9, and D is 1 over 3. So we are to simplify the expression 16 over 18 raised to power 1 over 4 divided by 9 over 16 raised to power 1 over 4. So we are going to, if you don't mind, I'm battling the night demons known as mosquitoes. I think I should put this thing close to my feet so that, okay. So it's going to be, so we'll write out the problem here again. We'll say 16 over 18, over 81. 16 over 81, I'll bracket 1 over 4, divided by 9 over 16, I'll bracket minus 1 over 2. So what are we going to have next? We'll turn 16 to its lowest form, right? So 16 will be 2 raised to power. 16 will be 2 raised to power 16 will be 2 raised to power 4. Sixteen will be 2 raised to power 4, while 81 will be 3 raised to power 4, okay, which is 1 over 4. What I observed about JAMB problems, most of the problems are easy to solve because you are not supposed to use your calculator. So 9 will be 3 raised to power 2, 16 will be 4 raised to power 2, all brackets minus 1 over 2. So now let's remember some laws of indices. Okay? So there's a law, the bracket law of indices. First of all, we'll say the law of equal powers. If we have a raised to power n all over b raised to power n, it is the same thing as a all over b raised to power n. Okay, so applying that in this equation, we will have 2 over 3 raised to power 4 raised to power 1 over 4 divided by 3 over 4 raised to power 2 raised to power minus 1 over 2. So going up, remember the bracket law. The bracket law of indices says that if you have a number raised to a power and this bracket raised to another power, it is the same thing as a raised to power n times m, which is a raised to power n m. Okay, it can also be swapped as a raised to power m bracket n. Okay, so these are the laws of indices. So applying in this equation, we're going to have 2 over 3, right, raised to power 4 times 1 over 4 divided by 3 over 4 raised to power times minus 1 over 2. So that will give us, okay, that will give us, so we are going to reduce this. So we are going to reduce this. So we'll have something like this. Okay, so from here, we'll cancel out. 4 will cancel out 4. 2 will cancel out 2. Giving us 2 over 3, right? Raised to power 1 divided by 3 over 4 raised to power minus 1. And then we have a law of indices which says that if you have a number raised to a negative power, it is the same thing as 1 all over the number raised to the power, right? Or if you have something like this, a over b raised to a negative power, it is the same thing as b over a raised to a positive power. Applying that for this law, we will have 2 over 3 divided by 4 over 3, right? Because of minus 1. And then eliminating this division, it will become 2 over 3 times 3 over 4. 2 over 3 times 3 over 4. Okay, so we will cancel this out. 3 will cancel itself out. 2 will cancel 1. 2 will cancel 4, 2. Therefore, our answer will be 1 over 2. Our answer will be 1 over 2. Therefore, if we go up to the options, we'll find that our final answer will be B. Hooray! So that is that. You're welcome to the chat. If you've not already subscribed, please do not hesitate to subscribe, like, and share. You can also discuss with us in the chat section. I'm there in the chat section. You can chat with us in the chat section. And then in the chat section, you can decide to support this channel by super chatting. You can support this channel by super chatting. If you like what you are seeing, you can as well support this channel by super chatting. We are going to go ahead to solve our sixth problem. Remember, it's a 1 hour class. It's a 1 hour class. So we're going over to question 6. We're going over to question 6. Moving over to question 6, we will say, the question says, if log, now we have a logarithm question. Logarithm is compulsory question in every examination. Log 18 base 3 plus log 3 base 3 minus log x base 3 equal to 3. Find x. Now the options: A is 1, B is 2, C is 0, and D is 3. Solution. So we'll write out the problem once again. I got one. One mosquito frying. Okay. So we'll write out the problem. We'll have log 18 base 3 plus log 3 base 3 minus log x base 3 equal to 3. So we have the laws of logarithm, which says that if you have a log p, maybe to a common base a, plus log q to a common base a, it will be the same thing as log p times q, right? To the same common base a. And if we have the same thing, log p base a minus log q base a, it will be equal to log p over q base a. Okay, so applying this log to the above. Okay, one more law says that you can have a log of a common base, right? N is equal to n. So applying these laws, right? Applying these laws into the above equation, we will have log base 3 with a big bracket. We will have 18 times 3 divided by x, right? Equal to log 3. Okay, so now that we have the same basis on the two sides of the equation, we can cancel it out. Giving us 18 times 3 all over x equal to 3. So we'll move this x. We will move this x to this side of the equation, and we will move 3 to this side of the equation. So we will have cut another one. It's exciting, killing them. Okay, so we have 18 times 3 over 3 equal to x. Okay, you see the way I switched it up? Yeah, I did. So this will cancel this, giving us what? 18. Okay, now there was a little switch up somewhere. This was supposed to be log 3 raised to power 3. So this is meant to be raised to power 3. This is meant to be raised to power 3. So this 3 will cancel here, remaining 3 raised to power 2. Right? No? Sorry. Supposed to be. This is distracting. So this will be 3 raised to power 3. So this 3 will cancel 1. 3 will cancel here 2. So we're left with 9. 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So 9 cancels here 1. 9 cancels here 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2. So our answer is 2. Our answer is 2. Our answer is 2. Please do not forget to leave us with a thumbs up. You can help us to share out this. You can help us to share out this channel. Kindly help us share out this channel. Kindly help us share out this channel. So this is question 6. So we're on to question 7. Let's see if we can do 10 questions in 1 hour. Question 7. Question 7. Rationalize. 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 2 minus root 5 all over 3 minus root 5, right? Rationalize all these problems. Okay, so in yesterday's class, we talked about rationalization of sorts. We talked about rationalization of sorts. Rationalization of sorts. So without further ado, rationalization means multiplying this expression multiplying this expression, let's write it down here, 2 minus root 5 all over 3 minus root 5. Rationalizing this expression quickly, we can say it means multiplying the numerator, the denominator, by the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate is the inverse identity of the denominator. The inverse identity of the denominator. As you can see, the inverse identity of the denominator is the same expression with the opposite sign. Instead of minus, we have plus. Okay? So by the time we multiply through this, we are going to have rationalized the denominator of this expression. So our answer, the solution to our problem, will be, we'll multiply through this, right? So multiplying the numerator, we'll say 2 times this whole expression. So 2 times 3 gives us 6. 2 times root 5 gives us plus 2 root 5. Then we have to multiply minus root 5 by this whole expression. Minus root 5 times 3 gives us minus 3 root 5. Minus root 5 times plus root 5 gives us minus 5. So that is that for the numerator. And then when we want to multiply the denominator, when you are multiplying two identities, to inverse the identity and the inverse identity, what do? You just multiply the terms individually, like this. 3 times 3 minus root 5 times plus root 5. So that will give us 3 times 3 will give you 9. Minus root 5 times plus root 5 will give you minus 5. Therefore, our answer, rearranging this according to their terms, we have 6 minus 5 plus 2 root 5 minus 3 root 5 all over 4. So we will have 6 minus 5 is 1. So we have 2 root 5 minus 3 root 5 is the same thing as 2 minus 3, which is minus root 5. 2 minus 3 gives you minus 1. So it's the same thing as minus 1 root 5 or minus root 5. So the final answer is 1 minus root 5. So the options we have there, okay, option B is the correct answer. We're currently solving JAMB 2011 past questions, question 7. And then we want to see if we can solve 5 questions in 1 hour. I want to see how possible that will be. Oh, I didn't get to. So what do? We'll quickly cancel this. Okay, and move on to question 8. Move on to question 8. Okay, it's also a solved problem. So the question says, simplify root 2 plus 1 over root 3, right? Bracket root 2 minus 1 over root 3. Very, very, very simple. This is very simple. Okay. Option A is 7 over 3. Option B is 5 over 3. Option C is 5/2. And option D is 3/2. So solution, it's very simple. In fact, this is the simplest problem I've seen. I told you when you're multiplying identities means this and this, the same number but different what? Different signs, right? Different signs. What do? We'll multiply these two together and multiply 1/√2 together. So the answer will be √2 times √2 will give us 2. 1/√3 times minus 1/√3 will give us minus 1/3. So 2 minus 1/3 is, find the LCM, which is 3. 3 divided by 1, 3 times 2, 6. Minus 3 divided by 3, 1 times 1, which is 5/3. So the final answer is 5/3. The final answer is 5/3. So we'll jump into question 9 right away. Okay, so we have a permutation problem here. Yeah, killed you. Ah, that's the mosquito. That's the sound of death. Okay, so we have question 8 says, question 9, right? Question 9. Question 9. Raial has 7 different posters to be hanged in her room, living room, and kitchen. Assuming she has plans to place at least a poster in each of the 3 rooms, how many choices does she have? How many choices does she have? Right? So the name of the person in question is Raial, and she has 7 posters to post in 3 rooms of her house. Okay, and she needs at least a poster in 1 room. Okay, so the question says, how many choices? How many choices does she have? Option A is 49. Option B is 170. Option C is 21. And option D is 210. Option D is 210. Okay, so the solution to this problem is she has 3 rooms, right? She has 3 rooms. So she has a bedroom, she has a living room, and she has a kitchen. So she has 7 posters. She has 7 posters. So if she arranges the first poster in the 3 rooms, she will have 6 posters left. right? She has 6 posters left. And then if she arranges the 6th poster, she has 5 left. And if she has arranges the 5th poster, she has 5 ways left. Okay? So that means the first poster can be arranged in 7 ways. The 6th poster can be arranged okay. So the solution is 7 times 6 times 3. So I think it's P7, right? In 3 ways, which is 7 times 6 times 5. 7 times 6 is 42 times 5. That's 42 times 5. 42 times 5, which is 210 ways. 210 ways. So I think we have just 5 minutes left for this class, and we are going to call it a day. Okay. So we have question 10. Question 10. Question 10. Question 10 says, make R subject of the formula. Make R subject of the formula. Now the formula is T equal to the square root of KR square plus big letter M all over 3. So in making terms or quantities subject to the formula in any expression, the whole idea is to isolate that particular term to be on one side of the equation while the other terms will be on the other side of the equation. So our mission here is to convert the whole and rearrange the whole equation such that only arrow will be on one side of the equation. Only arrow will be on one side of the equation. Okay, so I'm battling here with mosquitoes. There is one particular one I'm supposed to kill now. Okay, so let's move right ahead. So we'll say solution. First of all, write the equation. Now, because the equation is already with a square root, we're going to find the square root of both sides. So we're going to square both sides. We'll say square both sides. That means this will be square and this will be square. Now the square is going to eliminate the square roots, leaving us with t square equal to kr square plus m all over 3. Now the next step is to multiply both sides by 3. Multiplying both sides by 3, that means this will be times 3 and this will be times 3. It will eliminate this 3 on this side, leaving us with 3t squared equal to kr squared plus m. Now the next step is to subtract m from both sides because m is positive, so we'll have to subtract m from both sides. So that will be this minus m and this minus m, eliminating that m. Therefore, we will have 3t² minus m equal to KR². So what do we do next? To leave only arrow on the side, we are going to divide both sides by k. Dividing both sides by k. Something like this. So it will eliminate this k, leaving us with what? 3t² minus m all over k equal to r². So what do we do to make sure that we have just r here without any snags like squares and all that? That means we are going to find the square root of both sides. We'll say find the square root of both sides. It will help us to eliminate the square, in the R. So we are going to find the square root of both sides. So the square root is going to help us eliminate the square and the root on both sides, leaving us with our final subject of the formula, which is R equal to 3t² minus m all over k with the square roots, with a square root. Okay, so this is what we have here. This is what we have here. So I guess we have come to the end. Of this class. It was such an exciting class, and I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you in this class. Thank you for coming. Thank you for attending this class. And I hope to see you in the next class we have. Thank you for watching. Do not hesitate, if you haven't, to subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. See you same time tomorrow in our day 5 prep examination 2023 JAMB class. Thank you and God bless you. Bye for now. Bye. Sleep tight. Enjoy yourself.